Hello, good evening to everyone who's joined to watch us tonight. Welcome again to another episode of Conversations with Red. And tonight is my 7th episode. So, good morning, good afternoon as well to whoever is watching us from different parts of the world, and as well as for everyone or anyone who's watching the replay. So, just a quick intro about myself. My name is Red, and I am the face behind Thalorian Digital. And I am a proud digital business owner. And I'm a mom of three, and I live in Auckland, New Zealand. And I was a government employee, but for over 14 years, but was made redundant end of last year. And then I realized it's really important for us to have that multiple stream of income or another stream of income just in case our employment fails. But I feel fortunate that I was presented with the opportunity to start my own digital business, and here I am now. And so this March, I've started Conversations with Red on my Facebook page and my YouTube channel, so I can share with you what this business can do and has done to the lives of ordinary people like us. So for tonight, my very special guests, because there's two. So my very first couple guest all the way from South Africa, and this is a rock star couple as well, and I'm excited to hear their story as to why they decided to become digital business entrepreneurs and what was life before that. So without further ado, let's welcome them in. Hello, Sonja and Piet.
Good
Good
morning.
morning. It's morning
Good
in South Africa.
morning. Yes, good morning in South Africa and good evening in New Zealand. And just goes to show that, we're really global, we're not limited to one place only. So
Yeah.
welcome, and thank you for agreeing to to show up on my page and for me to be able to interview you guys. It's really a privilege.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, and so I think we'll just start off. I guess this is your intro, so we wanted to know, or maybe you wanna introduce who's Sonja and who's Pete, and what's the story before becoming a digital business entrepreneur.
Okay, I'm Sonja. I'm a mum. I'm a wife. I'm a sister. Yes, and I'm a child of God. And I've been a home executive for the past, you can say, 21 years. I have to leave the workforce because we start moving and we travel the world to look after our children. And that's who I am. And I'm still just at home doing a digital business with my husband.
Cool.
Okay, my name is Piet. I used to be in the construction industry for about 33 years. And of that 21 years, we traveled abroad. We stayed in Africa, in the Middle East. And for the last 7 years, I was on my own, on single status, while Sonja and the kids were in South Africa. So it was a bit tough doing that. And then last year, end of August, I lost my job in Qatar. So that's who I am.
Yeah, but it's kind of like because my father, I mentioned before, my father is a marine engineer, and literally I grew up away from him most of the time. So how is that for you, being away from your family?
No, it was luckily when I started well, at the beginning of my 7 years, when I left on my own, I went to Saudi Arabia. I stayed there for 2 years, and then I stayed 2 years in Muscat in Oman, and then I stayed 2 years or 3 years in Qatar. But at that time, my son was finished with school, and he started university. So his whole school life, he was with us. My daughter finished her last 2.5 years in South Africa. So yeah, that was, and then living. Luckily, we used to living overseas, in Dubai and Bahrain and those places, and we used to technology. So that's how we communicated with our family and our friends and whatever. So technology is not new to us, you know. We are used to that.
Yeah, me and Piet, when he was overseas, we communicate all day. Like sometimes we speak to each other more than 10 times a day if something goes wrong here, because at that time also we renovate our house and Gerard had to take care of that. So yeah, we used to communicate via technology. So that's not new to us, but it's hard to be a mom with two young adults at that stage. But you know what? They became my best friends, because when you come back to your country and you come and stay, you live in a new place, because we stayed in Bloemfontein because Gerard got placed here in university. So I'm from Joburg, so we didn't go and stay near family or things like that. So I didn't have a network. And once you alone without your husband, people don't make friends with you. You're like a threat to them. But thank goodness we've got us, and our friends is our children is our biggest friends, and we all get on very well.
Yeah. Well, that's good. At least you have that bonding and that relationship, right?
Yeah.
I remember when my dad was away, because he's a seaman, a marine engineer.
Yes.
So literally, he'd be out in the middle of the sea, you know?
Yeah.
So technology is a bit hard for us.
Yeah.
So I always remember my mom would always record us on those cassettes, you know,
Oh,
like record our voice, and
Yeah.
then, you know, we
oh,
would sing.
oh, that's excellent.
Yeah, that's kind of like the technology before, during my time. And
Yeah.
then she would send it to my dad, just so that, you know, he could hear us. And then, because he comes home, and then he goes for, you know, a long amount of time, sometimes more than a year, and then he would come back, and we were already grown up, like, you know.
Yeah.
And then he would go again. So yeah, so at least now, that's what I say, like, now at least our technology is really better, that we are
Yeah.
able to use it at our advantage. It's just that for me, like, Pete said, he got laid off, right, in August. I got laid off in December. The technology in my case, at my work at that time, didn't go on my favor, because
Wow.
that's the reason why they yeah, I got redundant, because it was an upgrade in the technology. So I guess
Ah,
there's a pros and cons, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That is actually
Yeah.
very cool to think, that yeah, you not upgraded with what's going on in the office. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
with
I
the
think, you know, yeah, sometimes it's the reality, so you just have to,
yeah,
you know, that times have changed. But it's lucky, because now we have another part of the technology that we're using on our advantage. And I
yes,
yes.
yeah.
think that's yeah, that's leading me to my next question. How did you come across this business, and why this compared to any other businesses out there?
Well, when I lost my job in August last year, on the 8th of September, I was scrolling through my Facebook, and I found this ad, and a voice inside said to me, "This is for you. You need to take this opportunity." So I think it was God sent. Um, it was. I was actually Sonja was very skeptical in the beginning. I asked her, what do you think about this? So I watched the 90-minute webinar on the 8th of September. On the 9th of September, I had my coaching call. So that's how quick I was.
Quick,
I mean,
yeah.
I didn't waste time. I just went into it straight away. But anyway, so that's how. And since then, everything is just for us. We can do this business wherever we are. We can do it together as a couple. We can. I don't have to travel. I don't have to look for any more work. So it suits us very good. And we can be together all day, every day. Doesn't matter where we are, and it's just amazing. The community is so amazing. The support you get.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. But have you ever thought of before actually finding this? Have you ever thought of trying any other type of business, or have you tried looking?
Not really. I mean, at my age, I'm turning 57 this year, so it's a bit difficult to get other opportunities at my age. You know, people look and say, this guy, no, he's too old. I mean, and that's when I was looking for something that I can do at home with my wife and with my family, and don't have to travel again and go outside. So this is number one for us. This was this is our plan A.
Yeah.
We don't have a plan B.
Yeah.
This is plan A.
Yeah. And I want to ask Sonja, so what made you become not skeptical? Because you were the skeptical one at the beginning. So what made you say, oh yeah, okay, actually this is the right one for us?
Look, Piet were in the Middle East at the time he found this opportunity. So yes, he told us to look at the videos, and we watch all these people. And I said to Gerard, do you really think this can work? Because now we send it to the children and to me. But once Piet arrived back home and we talk about it, and then, Piet was back home 3 days. Then we start the training. And I think once you start the training, then you realize, but, and when you on our community page, then you start seeing, but all of these people are real people. And then you start realize, but this can't be a scam, this is all real people. And since we finished the training and we start doing it, I enjoyed it. I enjoy it so much.
I mean, I started the training up. I was in Qatar for a month waiting for my flight because of due to COVID, and there's normally when you book a flight, you can fly in the next couple of days, but there it was everything was in lockdown, and it just was a mission to get home. So anyway, I had to stay there for a month. So I only flew out on the 3rd of October. By that time, I did some of the training, and then when I came home, I started the training again. So I did a double training, basically. But it was worth it. But I did it because I wanted Sonja to be also involved, and we did the training very quickly. We didn't waste much time. Our first ad was live on the 12th of October. So that's how quick we were.
Yeah, September. Yeah, very quick. You didn't really waste any time. Like, okay, this is it for us.
No. We just went in it straight, boots and all,
Yeah. And I think that's the testament, right? Because some people might think twice, thrice, like it's okay. But at the end of the day, you have the time and the ability to actually research if this is actually for you, or if this is even real, right? So there is definitely those opportunities there. So Before I go to my next question, I'm just gonna say hi to the people that are watching us. So, hi, Carol from Gold Coast, Australia. Hello. Hi, Ruth, my friend from Auckland. Hello to you. Ismael, watching from New Zealand. Hello. And Cherry, hi, sis, from Hobsonville Point in Auckland. These are my YouTuber friends, Shang and Mitch from the Philippines. So, because we're both on YouTube and Facebook. So, hello, Shang and Mitch. Thank you for your support as always. Jennifer, hi, Red. This business is worldwide. Absolutely. So, because look at me, like I'm going all the way to South Africa now. And hi, Coach Gina. Hello. So watching from Canada. Thank you. Yes, and welcome to the online world. And we are grateful that we are part of this new amazing digital business. We got this for sure. Definitely. I agree. Yes. And Tita Jigs from Bangkok, Thailand. So we're really all over.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So multitasking there. So I guess that's the beauty, right? Like you can do this, juggling stuff because really you control the time, right? You control whatever you wanted to do with this business. So it's really up to you how you would manage that. So, yeah. And leading to my next question. So what's changed since you became digital business owners?
More freedom. We can do things together. And we've got our own time. We can spend quality time together and with our family. And we just enjoy life at the moment. We are so grateful to having Piet back at home. Because, staying without him is not the best that you can have. I think we're all just so grateful that he's back. Because now it's little things like we can help the children. They got a coffee shop and another business. So, when Gerard don't always feel like going some places alone, then he said, Daddy, please come with me. I think for them, they didn't have their dad not at home for so long. And now to have him, we just want to do things together.
Yes, I think that's,
I don't have to travel anymore. And what's nice about it is we can do this business anywhere. A couple of 2 months ago, we went on a short holiday, me and Sonja alone, and we just open our computers and we carry on with our business, So it's nice. It's you can do this business anywhere, guys, anywhere.
Yeah. And I think I think it's a blessing in disguise as well that you're back home and together with your family, given the situation we're in. Yeah. Imagine if you're actually away and then with the pandemic that's happening, right? So it's quite difficult, being in that situation. And I feel for those people that are away from their family because they have to, because they just do not have the choice to just stay in one place together. Because there's a lot of people, especially where Piet was, Middle East, Qatar. You've said all the places where Filipinos are mostly in.
Yeah. I mean, we used to stay in Dubai, Bahrain. Well, we stayed in all the Middle Eastern countries, all of them.
Yeah, except Kuwait.
So yeah.
And it's like we know it because we have gone camping there, so we know, like Oman. When Piet was there, me and the children will go over December holidays, go and visit Piet for 6 weeks. Or when I go and visit Piet, I will go over for 2 months to be with Piet for that time. So, and I think that's why we enjoy this community so much, because we used to expat people and we love it. Well, we also
Mm.
expats, if you think of it.
Yes, yeah. And then, yeah, as I've said, this is a blessing in disguise because, nowadays you really wanted to just be with your family and have,
Yeah.
spend that quality time. And
Yes.
and this is another one that I wanted to ask as well. Like, what are the motto or saying or quote you live by? If you're struggling or you're going through challenges, what is it that pulls you up?
Mm. You know, we just try to stay positive. And yeah, what's the saying? Um, work smarter, not harder. But
Yes.
I just love this new business because for so long I haven't been in the workforce. And coming back to South Africa, I was out of the workforce for too long. And, now I get my self worth back, and it feels like if I mean something again to my family, to our community, if I can do something again where I haven't been, I've just been a mum. I've just been a taxi driving children around from one afternoon activity to another.
Yeah.
So at least now I feel like I am worth something and I can do things for other people and I
Mm.
can help people.
Yes, true. Because this is one of the things that the business do is you actually help people as well. But I must say, there's no greater job than being a mother, and I think you're very
Now,
brave to
you know what?
to.
I I used to love it. But now they're big, now they're driving
Yes, but
around.
now is your time. Yes, to
Yeah.
to do something for yourself. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. How about you, Pete? Is there any motto or saying or quote that you live by?
I just I don't have a motto or something like that. I just love to help. This business gives me the opportunity to go back to all the people that I met over this 33 years, and I want to go help
Mm,
them. I want to go help them
yes.
set up their own digital businesses. There's a lot of people struggling out there, people that can't make ends meet, or people that don't have the money to go forward. And I want to go out there and I want to help these people. There's lots of I've got lots of Filipino, Indian, Pakistanis,
Mm.
those kind of people. Your workforce, um, which I just want to help them and bring them up in life.
Yes, and plus you have that I think that experience, like personal experience, right? Being in those countries where it's not your
Yeah.
home country, and then you have to be there because you have to work for your family. And I think, our goal is to be able to, yeah, help those people achieve what we always want to achieve, right? Like
Yeah.
the financial freedom, the time
Yes.
freedom. But we know time freedom can't be without the financial freedom
Yeah.
because it will cost money anyhow, right?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome. So I've you can invite them on your website here. I hope that's right because I have copied that to go to that website.
Thank you.
Um, I, I, I just want to say to anybody out there who wants to be who's struggling and wants to be in the digital business, take a leap of faith, guys. Register on our website. Our website is there below our names, our faces, and guys, just do it. You don't have to think twice. This is reality. We are real people talking to each other here. We have a huge community, um, and there's always support. There's the nice thing about this business is this is global. It's worldwide, and if you ask a question, there's always somebody awake that can answer you anywhere in the world, and that's the nice thing about this. And all our people, there's no competition in our business. Everybody's got the same vision. We want to be financially independent, and we're helping each other achieving that. And whatever we are doing, the guys who started this, they did exactly the same as what we did. There's no you use this system, I use that system. There's only one system. That's all. It's straightforward. It's easy. So guys, take a leap of faith. Register on our websites. Pay your $149 and carry on. That's all.
Yes, and if you don't know how to register, you can either register on Red, or you can visit Red site or our site. It's so easy. Just put in your name and your email address so that we can be able to connect with you and send you information how you can come and sit in on a free 90-minute webinar info session. And guys, you can watch it week after week after week. Every week there's new people on there. So it's not just Red and us doing this business. It's a whole community of nearly...
Well, we just passed 79,000 people.
Yes.
Wow. I haven't actually checked recently. Yeah. Before it was 78,000. Now it's 79 plus thousand.
Yeah.
So it's nearly 80,000. And yeah, it is so great to connect with all walks of life, all cultures. We just love it. Yes. Just sign up and watch the video.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, it's it's risk-free, because if you feel like it's not for you, then by all means, get your refund or your, because the 90 minutes is free first. And from there you would you would see what the business is actually all about. It lays out everything for you. And from there, if it's not for you, it's not for you. But if you want to know more, then you can go to the next step. It's still risk-free because you still have the opportunity to do your due diligence. And I think it's very important that you know what you're getting into. Just like every single one of us, right? Like, of course, we wanted our lives to be better, but we don't want to put ourselves in a situation where at the end of the day, we're losing more than we're actually going to gain, right? So why would we actually do that? It doesn't make sense. But I wanted to share this. I know it's going to cover our faces, but I want to read Coach Gina's comment here. So she said, I've been to that situation more than 10 years. My mom left us to work in Bahrain and Kuwait. Oh, okay. So it's hard to be away with family. That's one of the reasons why I decided to jump into this business, and I will do whatever it takes just for my kids. And I don't want them to experience what we've gone through the hardest way. I know the pain and the feeling being away from them. So that's my big goals right now, to bring my dad here and my brother and my other brother who's still back home. I think that's the end. But yeah, well, Coach Gina, thank you for sharing. And yes, I think for most people, right, it's not only overseas Filipino workers that are going out of the country and work for their family. I mean, you guys have experienced the same. And I think that's the struggle of most families, that sometimes it's better really to go out and to be able to support your family and make your family comfortable. So yeah, I mean, but the thing is, what you sacrifice is, the bonding, the togetherness. And I think this is what the beauty of this business is it brings you back together and it gives you that opportunity. So why not? And then there's another. Thanks for sharing your story, Piet and Sonja. Amazing, great series. Oh, thank you, Coach. I'm super happy and proud to all of you. Now I can go to bed.
12:27. Okay. Good night, Gina.
Good night, Gina.
Good night, Coach. Yes. Yeah, so
Oh,
so just wanting to check in with all the others that are watching us. Obviously, Cherry there, worth checking. Great opportunity for you and your family. Absolutely, I agree.
really,
And of
yeah,
course, Coach Sally. I love the community and how we have people from all walks of life globally, which is very true,
yeah,
and united towards common goal of helping more people achieve their dreams by exploring the opportunity of the digital industry.
yeah.
And we know where it's going from. There's no denying it, right? Like everything is going
Mhm.
digital. Even our
Yeah,
shopping, even just our food shopping is going digital.
yeah,
Like, you can just have an app on your
Yeah.
phone. So it's
yeah,
really worth exploring, you know
yeah.
um yeah, so hello to everyone else as well. Thank you for sticking with us. And thank you. Oh, I think Ismail have a question. So maybe if you want to answer this. So what motivates you to do this online business?
Antwoord.
I would say, like we say, this is a global business. It's legit. We are real
Mm,
people. Um, you must look at the bigger picture. What you can make with this business, you cannot make with a normal uh, doing a normal 9 to 5 job. Um, if you're in normal employment, you have to work for until you 65 or maybe or sometimes longer to have
mm,
a good retirement. This business, you can do it in less than 5 years, maybe even quicker. Some people are some people in our community are paying off bonds for houses, buying new cars within the span of 1 year or
mm.
less. So guys, if
And
that's not motivation, you need to look somewhere else. But this is real.
another thing is, say for instance, we're not there anymore. It's not just going to disappear. We can carry it. It's something that we can carry over to our
It's a
children.
legacy for your children
Mm.
that
Yes.
they can carry on with.
Yeah, and I
So
think that's another thing, right? That's a really good thing, is that it's not limited to us, because once we build the empire like everyone else is doing in this business, like
Yeah,
building their empire, it's
yes,
because they're wanting to leave a legacy for their children.
yeah.
And
correct.
that's the beauty of it, because it's transferable.
Mm.
And if
Yeah,
you know how and why, and like, oh, it's mind-blowing, why, well, come in and have a look and study it, because it is true, and
yeah,
and it is happening, right? So take the chance, I say. So I agree, it takes the chance. There's really no risk, and plus at the end of the day, it's still up to you to decide, but give yourself that opportunity to explore it.
yes,
Yes,
definitely.
And
yes.
yeah, so before we conclude, so the last one is there any parting words to our viewers that you wanna
All
leave?
I all I can say is guys, take a leap of faith, register on our websites, and you will it will be the best decision you've ever made in your life. To be honest, you'll never look back.
I mean, look at me and Pete. Have we ever thought that we're going to do um, online interviews to the whole
Yeah.
world? No. If you look at Pete, um, Pete is actually an introvert, and
Mhm.
I'm more the chatty one. But look at Pete, and I just look at him from interview to interview. He's doing great, and yeah, I don't think he's an introvert anymore.
Yeah. So he's come out of his shell now.
No,
Yeah,
totally,
that's what I'm saying. This,
totally.
yeah, very good.
Yeah. Ach, we
Oh,
just
that's
enjoy it, and yeah, people out there, register, put your name and your email address. It's worth to come and see what we're doing.
Yeah, and I think that's the beauty of it right now. It's like you guys are now working together, whereas before, it's quite separate, and now you're
Yeah.
together and then enjoying quality time together. And I think that's the best thing, obviously, aside from all the other things that comes with a business, because it's a continuous learning. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
tomorrow we'll have our mastermind. So it's
Yeah.
another exciting learning for us tomorrow.
Yeah.
Every week we get to learn new things that we don't know. So it's really exciting. So to conclude, thank you very much again for gracing my page. I love watching you guys, and that's why I invited you, because I do get I get inspired by your story. I enjoy watching you sharing it as well. So I am very, very, very grateful for that. So yeah, thank you very much. And
Thank you.
hopefully when our borders open, we can all, we can either go there, or you guys come here and then cook me
Yes.
Yes.
some
Yes.
South African, foods.
Yeah. Peppermint crisp tart.
Yes, now they're quite interested. Like Tito Jigs, she was saying, "Oh, like, oh, okay, I want to try that too." And a few other people doesn't know it, but yeah, it's addicting. It's addicting. So yeah, so thank you very much, guys. Thank you everyone for watching us,
Thank
and
you.
good morning to you in South Africa, and good night for us here in New Zealand. Until next time with Conversations with Red. Night, guys.
Good night.
Bye. Thank you,
Bye.
Ray. Bye.